Mildura, Australia. Springtime arrives with a burst of color, warm weather, and people enjoying the outdoors. But this idyllic scene is interrupted by a marauding menace to society. Magpies. During nesting, magpies are hot-blooded birds and the ultimate helicopter parents. Get near their nest and you could suffer the wrath of an overprotective avian.
In Mildura, spring is magpie breeding season, so that's when they're probably at their fiercest, and that's when they're really protective, and swooping's their way of protecting their young. So if you're around a nest in spring, you're in trouble. Amber and Billows on Star FM. Good morning, Sunraysia.
Radio DJ Amber Wheatland has hatched a plan to outsmart a local magpie who's taken over a street nearby.
We asked our listeners to call us and we got heaps of suggestions of ways that you could avoid being swooped.
The first test? A government-proposed method to stay safe during magpie breeding season.
See the eyes?
With eyes drawn on the back of her helmet, Amber pedals into the eye of the storm.
It's quite a fierce magpie. From all reports, it's not very nice. So hopefully the eyes are going to work. I do have a helmet on, so it shouldn't hurt too much.
She's off to a good start. Then, suddenly, the agitated avian comes in fast and furious.
The moment that magpie first made contact with my helmet, I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified.
The magpie is merciless, keeping pace with Amber on her crazy kamikaze mission.
The eyes don't work! The eyes don't work! The eyes don't work!
A magpie diving out of its nest to drive away a threat can get a lot of speed behind it. So even though it only weighs a pound, we're talking about a pound of angry mom coming after you.
So much for this ill-advised defensive technique. It turns out this magpie's favorite attack strategy is to aim for the eyes.
Magpies are not messing around when it comes to protecting their babies. They've got these sharp claws that can go after your skin and a 2-inch beak that can go after your eyes. People have had some pretty serious injuries when it comes to magpie attacks.
Finally out of the danger zone, Amber's heart rate returns to normal, and the magpie goes home to roost. It's a huge and horrifying failure.
It was the longest minute of my whole life. Just swoop after swoop after swoop, and I was just terrified. That magpie was ruthless. It just would not stop. Get it off!
Time for Plan B, another listener recommendation. This second plan puts Amber in the firing line again, this time with a small forest on her head. And like clockwork, a magpie swoops down and panic sets in.
I was scared because I was anticipating a magpie to swoop me. And maybe the water worked.
Amazingly, to Amber's surprise and relief, the sticks keep the magpie at bay. Success. The bird goes back to its nest, and Amber's loyal listeners get to learn from her frightening trial and error.